Now let's look at Afghanistan. The country is being ruled by the Taliban. They've been in power for more than 2 years now, and they took over after the US withdrew its forces in 2021. One of the first things we were told was that this was a different Taliban, supposedly a softer, social media savvy version. None of it seems true though. They took control, then proceeded to oppress women and crush resistance, all along expected lines. And something else was also expected, the death of Afghan culture. During their first stint in power back in 2001, the Taliban had destroyed the Bamiyan Buddhas, the largest standing Buddha statues in the world. The Taliban blew them up. And now they're said to be ruining Afghan heritage again. Here's a report.
This dry, sandy wasteland is Balkh. It's a part of Afghanistan, located in the north of the country, at the crossroads of Western and Central Asia. Today, it looks like a wasteland, but long ago, Balkh was rich. It was the center of an ancient kingdom, known in the West as Bactria. It was a major stop along the Silk Route, which brought the region its riches. That was a long time ago, though. Today, Balkh is in ruins, dotted with artifacts and monuments. They are all that remain of the region's ancient culture. Afghans have been trying to protect these sites for years.
Historical monuments and sites are our country's identity. They are a great asset for our country. That's why we want to preserve these treasures so we don't lose them. We want to safeguard our historical sites and monuments and repair them so we don't lose them.
But this heritage is at risk. The sites are a hunting ground for looters, and the thieves have been growing bold, bulldozing monuments to scour through the remains. A study is being conducted by the University of Chicago. It uses satellite images to track Afghan heritage sites. The university says hundreds of Bactrian sites are being looted, at a pace of one a week. This has been the trend for years, since 2018, and it continues even now, under the Taliban. At least 37 sites have been looted after the Taliban took over Afghanistan. That brings the total to over 200, and there seems to be no end in sight. The Taliban say they aren't involved. They even claim to have 800 soldiers guarding the ruins. So either the guards are ineffective or they are involved in the looting. And there are incentives for this. Afghanistan's economy has tanked since the Taliban took over. People are looking for ways to make ends meet. And there's a lucrative black market for looted artifacts. Researchers believe anything that is found is smuggled out via Iran and Pakistan. The artifacts then make their way to the West or East Asia, where they are sold to private collectors in illegal auctions, or even make their way to museums. Artifact smuggling is common in war-torn countries. Local warlords do it to raise funds so that they can buy weapons. The Taliban had done this before they took over, and some members may still be doing this for money. But there is another suspect as well, the Islamic State. The Islamic State terror group is trying to expand in Afghanistan. It has regularly attacked the Taliban regime since 2021. Balkh is a province where the Islamic State is active. Last year, they even killed the region's Taliban-appointed governor. So the Islamic State could be looting artifacts to fund their activities. Whatever the case, the bottom line is that Afghan heritage is being looted. It is being smuggled out of the country and sold to rich nations, depriving Afghans of their history and culture.
As the world feels the shock of wars, India stands as a beacon of strength. The Firstpost Defence Summit 2024 will showcase cutting-edge technologies, forging partnerships between industry, academia and research organizations. Witness the transformative story of India's defence sector. Firstpost Defence Summit 2024.